What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day so far today. Now, I want to address something that a lot of people have been asking me about. I've been getting email after email pretty much saying the exact same stuff. For example, like, I lost money in the market. I hear that a lot. I also got a bunch of emails saying, I listened to my friend and I keep on losing money. Why? Well, the other day I got an email saying, I can't find a stock that keeps going up. Well, I struggle with that as well. And then I got this email. I received one that says, I bought GameStop and AMC like everybody else, but my portfolio keeps going down. Why is this and what should I do? Well, here's what you need to know. I hear these things all the time, and not from very experienced traders that they know what they're doing, but from people that are just getting into the market. Now, I have promoted Robinhood, I promoted Webull, I promoted M1 Finance here on this channel. But one of the things that I was asked the other day is, can you help me pick some stocks? Can you give me some advice on what to pick, when to buy it, and what to stay away from? Well, I decided, yes, now's the time I should probably do that. So today, one of the things that I want to do, I'm going to give you a couple tips to kind of help you get into trading more successfully. But then I want to give you 3 stocks that I personally believe are very safe investments for the long term. And these are things that you can buy into right now and you will never lose money, as long as you do not buy it on the high, wait for it to trickle down a little bit, and then you sell it. This is one of the most beginner mistakes that people make, is they buy it when everybody's jumping in, and then it starts to sell off a little bit and they sell. Well, that's great. You just lost money. That's not the best way to become a trader. So let's jump into the main question of today's video. What are some stocks that are considered a safe investment that you will never lose money? Now you're probably wondering, why did I just put safe investment in air quotes? The reason why is very simple. I say things are safe investments because it is an investment. You have to take your emotions out of the trade. Yes, if the trade starts going up and you're like, yes, I'm making money, I'm in the green, I am doing good, I'm going to retire a millionaire tomorrow. It's going up and all of a sudden it turns around and starts coming back down. The problem is you cannot sell. You got to hold strong. But one of the things that I can tell you right now is, if you are watching this video with the plan of buying the stock today, selling it this afternoon, and making money, this video is not for you. I'm not here to predict the stocks that are going up today. I'm here to tell you 3 safe investments you can make in these 3 companies. Okay, easy companies, great companies. I personally love them. I personally invest a lot of money in all 3 of these. You can invest in these companies and you can make money. I'm not saying you're going to make money today. I'm saying these are things that are going to continue to go up. You're going to make money. You can make money hand over fist. But the problem is you have to hold these stocks for a little bit. Maybe it's a couple days, maybe it's a week, maybe it's a few months or a year. But these are things you can buy right now, and these are considered safe investments. For me personally, I do not do many day trades where I buy and sell within the same day. The reason why is because I normally wait a few days for the stock to start to trickle up. I don't see huge spikes in stock prices. I don't see huge run-ups just in a couple of days. Normally it takes weeks, possibly months, to see these huge spikes. Right now is a great time to get in the market because so many people are starting to get educated on how to trade effectively. What are the steps? What should they do? Buy low, sell high, simple things like that. Now with that said, let's get into these couple tips to help you as a trader, and then I'm going to give you my 3 stock picks of things that are considered safe investments that you will never lose money in. So let's get going. So the first piece of advice or first tip that I have for you is to stay away from FOMO. That means the fear of missing out. You probably had this before. I know a bunch of people that send me messages every single day saying, hey, I saw the stock was going up, I bought in, and then it dropped. I get this all the time. Here's what you need to do. First off, stay away from stocks that is, as soon as the market opens, you see this big spike. it spikes up. Usually the reason they do this is because there was some good news over the night, when the market was closed, and now you're seeing everyone's just buying in. That's great. If you buy in at the bottom and you see it spike up, you can potentially sell and make a lot of money. However, usually what happens is that excitement, that good news, it eventually just wears off. And so the stock price comes back down and it kind of consolidates and settles. That's what happens. And that's the time when you need to buy. When it's consolidating and you see that confirmation that we're going to get a slight uptrend. That's when you need to buy. Now, how do you predict an uptrend? Well, that's for a different video and we'll get into that later on. So here's what I suggest to you. Wait until 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then you can buy in. Here's the reason why. This gives the market an hour and a half to be open before you really start to make some trades. For me personally, I love to make day trades where I buy and sell within the same day, within the first hour, because a lot of times you'll see big spikes or you'll see a big decline. And so I can buy and sell as much as I want. I am over the pattern day trader rule, which means I have over $25,000 in my accounts. And so one of the things that you need to understand is where you're going to make the most money is probably between 11 and 1. Okay, that's about the time you're going to make the most money. And I say this because that's when things are consolidating and you start to see the volatility. The stock is moving up and down. But that's a safe place to buy because that's where it has there's some support there. And so that's what I recommend there. And then you just ride it up. Now, I'm not saying sell it within the same day. I'm saying buy it there and then hold on to it. Again, you'll be perfectly fine. And the next thing that I highly recommend is you do not buy stocks that you see on the news every single day. One of the reasons why, and this is something that I see happen all the time with stocks that are pretty much pumped up by guys like Jim Cramer. You may know him, you may see him all the time. He's great, he knows his stuff. But one of the issues is when millions of people watch his show and they see, oh, he's pumping up Pfizer today. I'm gonna go and buy Pfizer. And then as soon as he says this is a buy. As soon as he says that, people go and buy. They go and buy, and you see within the next 20, 30 minutes, the stock price just starts going up. Well, this is usually because he pumped up the price, which is fine. But when people do this on TV, what normally happens is when they're done talking about it, it starts to come back down. It levels off. And so if you buy at the high and now you're holding on to it down here, you're not making money to start. So that's why I recommend wait for a consolidation, wait for things to kind of level off, and then you can jump in. Okay, so let's get into the 3 stocks that I highly recommend you buy right now, and you will never lose money. Stock number 1 is Facebook, or ticker symbol FB. Now, I've been a firm believer in Facebook for years. I absolutely love Facebook, have been investing in Facebook for a while. One of the things that you know about Facebook is Facebook.com. What you probably don't know is Facebook also includes Instagram, WhatsApp, and my personal favorite is Oculus. Now, if you don't know what Oculus is, Oculus has really been taking off. This is the VR headset. Now, I absolutely love Oculus. Okay, I love it because just the technology behind it, what you can do with it. These are fairly expensive, but as more and more people understand what it can do, how you can benefit from it, they're even using, you can even buy a suit and a whole system, and with an Oculus system, and you can pretty much exercise, like you're running down the beach, running through a jungle, whatever. And it's very interesting technology. So a lot of people are thinking, well, Facebook, how does Facebook even make money? Facebook makes money through ads. And what you probably don't realize is Facebook advertising is a huge business. I have spent a lot of money advertising my personal products, courses, and things like that on Facebook alone. Now, here's what I want you to understand. As more and more businesses start to open up, or we see that, okay, we're expected to open up very soon, cities, states are just opening up. What you're going to see is a lot of these businesses that, initially used, door-to-door sales or things like that, they are now going to go to Facebook, Instagram, and places like that to advertise, which means the Facebook ads, the manager, that's what I call it because that's what I use. But as far as the advertising business, that's going to explode. We're going to see a huge amount of growth with the Facebook ads business. So if you want a very good business, Facebook is an incredible stock to be buying into right now. Yes, it might be getting close to $300, and that's perfectly fine. It is a very good stock, has a lot of money, very little debt, so I highly recommend Facebook at this time. But again, like I've stated before, I don't hold Facebook for the short term. I buy Facebook, I average in. Yes, my average is going up a little bit, but I continue to buy. The reason why is because I absolutely love this company. Okay, I'm going to continue to buy it. But if you think you're going to buy Facebook today and sell it this afternoon or tomorrow and you're going to make millions of dollars, it might not happen that way. You might have to invest a little bit longer. Now, one thing I just want to address is, for me, I hardly ever lose money with stocks. And I say this because I don't buy it and then as soon as it starts to drop, I sell it. If there is some catalyst out there that ultimately just tanks the stock, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to dump the stock before I lose, much of my investment. However, there's most of the time where I'm making money on every single investment that I make, simply because I buy the stocks at the right time and I hold on to them long enough that they will make me money. And that's what I recommend for you as well. And the next company is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. Amazon is an incredible company. Yes, they're over $3,000 a share. You might not be able to get a full share, and I completely understand. I'll put a link down in the description box below. It's going to send you over to a company called M1 Finance, where you pretty much pick and choose like these little pies. You can say, oh, I want this much money in Facebook, this much money in Amazon, and I want 20% in company X. And they will split up whatever you invest. So if it's $100, they'll split it up to the percentages that you decide. So it's an incredible company. I highly recommend it. And you can also sign up using that link, and you'll get a free $30 just for signing up. Now, Amazon is a company you cannot bet against. I absolutely love Amazon. I use them for almost everything. I buy products on Amazon, I sell products on Amazon, I sell ebooks on Amazon, okay? I sell so many things just using Amazon. And then you got Amazon Web Services, which is an incredible platform in its own. Now, here's what you need to know. Jeff Bezos is going to step down as CEO in the third quarter. That's fine. Nobody, I don't think, really cares. Yes, he's a good CEO, he's helped with the business, but there's very important people, very smart people that he has hired to help him run the company and build it to what it is. They will continue to be here. So Jeff Bezos, yes, he's smart, he has a lot of money, but he is not the ultimate one that is driving Amazon's prices. I think it's the entire company as a whole. Just for instance, Amazon's net sales in Q4 of 2020 were up 21% to $87.4 billion. That's a huge increase. And do you expect this increase to stop just because we are going to get out of this pandemic? Hopefully, no. The numbers are going to increase. Amazon is going to be a bigger player in this game. The e-commerce space is taking over brick and mortar retail. Target struggling, Walmart struggling, Kohl's is struggling. You got Macy's on the brink of closing, JCPenney's following right along. So many stores are just being decimated because of online e-commerce. So if you think Amazon's going anywhere, it's not happening. Amazon's a big business. Not to mention, Amazon also has Amazon's Web Services, which I just discussed, but we have some big players using this. For instance, Netflix and companies like Twitch are using Amazon Web Services, AWS. You've probably seen commercials. You've probably seen a lot of things that say AWS. This is Amazon's Web Services, which is an incredible platform in itself. So, trust me, this is a safe investment whether you hold on to it over the next 3 months, 6 months, or even 10 years. Amazon will be an incredible investment. And the last stock that I want to discuss is Airbnb. This is a company that's newer. It just had its IPO recently, so it's still a newer company, but I personally believe that if you get in on the ground floor, and this is still considered the ground floor, I think it opened like $140 per share. Now it's up over $200 per share. I don't know exactly what it is today, but this is an incredible stock. This is an incredible company. Airbnb lost millions due to the pandemic, but that's fine. That's one of the things that's actually keeping the stock price somewhat low, in my opinion. Some people say this is overvalued. Some people say it just does not hold a candle to, its, other things out there. But here's the issue. Airbnb does not have a competitor out there in its exact same space. Airbnb is pretty much the pioneer of this. So we're going to see what happens with this, but Amazon was the pioneer. Tesla was the pioneer. What happened with Amazon? They shot up. People said, if I invested $1,000 in Amazon when it first came out, I'd be a millionaire. Yeah, but did you? No. Did you invest $1,000 in Tesla when it first came out? If I invested $1,000, I'd be a millionaire. Yeah, but did you do that? No. Most people didn't do that. And here's the thing now. Airbnb is offering this for you. Invest $1,000. Invest $100. You're going to be fairly wealthy. So here's what I want you to understand. I personally believe Airbnb, and many experts believe this exact same thing. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube. But many experts believe Airbnb within 2021 will be a $300 stock. It's $200 now. So you're pretty much going to make a 50% gain on your investment in 1 year. Where else can you do that? You're going to go put money in the bank and get a 50% return? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. For families, I personally have a family. It's myself, my wife, and our 3 kids. Well, when we go travel, we cannot stay in a regular hotel because we usually need a suite or something with multiple rooms. Well, in order to do that, we're going to pay $300 to $400, maybe $500 a night just for that hotel suite. Well, that's great, but why don't we stay in an Airbnb? We'll save a little bit of money. It will only come out to maybe $200 to $300 per night. We'll save some money, and we have the whole run of the place. We have the whole house to ourselves. That's incredible. And so that's one of the reasons why I personally believe Airbnb is going to be the way to go. Hotels are still going to be there. They're still great for business travel. But when you want to have a longer vacation, Airbnb is the place to go. So I'm not saying Airbnb is going to be the next Tesla. I didn't mean to say that. Is Airbnb going to be the next Amazon? I don't know. Okay, but Airbnb, in my personal opinion, is a very safe investment. And I think you can't go wrong by buying Airbnb and holding on to it long term. Yes, if you're going to buy it today and you want to sell it tomorrow, I'd be a little bit iffy on the prices because I think it is, still a little bit high. But if you see a big dip, Airbnb comes down into the 180s, I'd say buy it up. Now, just to take this one step further, I don't want you to go and just invest all your money in one stock. I want you to break it up. And here's what I'd say. If you have $1,000, just $1,000, here's what I would do to break up this investment. Now, I'm not saying split it up into 33% here, 33% there, and 33% there. I'm saying split it up in this way. What I would do, okay, I cannot bet against the big guys. I cannot bet against Amazon. So what I would do, I would put 40% into Amazon. Again, go and sign up with M1 Finance. I'll put the link down in the description box below. You can go sign up. You get a free $30 just for signing up. But I would go and say, okay, I want to do 40% on Amazon. And then in the pie, they're going to say, okay, well, you have Facebook and you have Airbnb. How do you want to break that up? Because now you have 60% left. So I'd say I'd put 35 over into Facebook, and then I'd put 25% into Airbnb. Now I know you're thinking, well, didn't you just say your personal favorite stock is Airbnb? My personal favorite, yes, I absolutely love Airbnb. But I was also buying them when they were in the 130s, 140s. Now they're in the 200s. So I absolutely love them. But at the same time, I would not bet against Amazon or Facebook. Those are two of the big companies that I would say are absolutely safe investments for the long term and the short term. So again, those are the 3 stocks I personally love right now that I consider safe investments that you can't lose money on. But again, do not buy it today and plan to sell it tomorrow. Buy it today and hold it for weeks, months, possibly even years. So if you have any questions whatsoever regarding these 3 stocks that I personally love, or M1 Finance, or even some tips on trading, please let me know. You can always ask your questions down in the comment section below. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.